Only 3 episodes left in the show. What?
Insane that it's gone so quickly. It's gone so quickly.
What can you tease about those final 3 episodes?
Well, I mean, especially the last episode, I think we're going to have 2 major events that happen, I think, which are just, I think, going to send the fans into a bit of a tears. But also just background stories of you know, Rebecca's relationship with her grandfather, my relationship with Hauser. You know, you're going to get to see, you know, how that happened. You know, how do they know each other so well? I think you're going to see a little bit more of that. And a lot of the questions that people have been asking over the season and have been frustrated by will hopefully be answered a lot more.
Well, one of the questions, I'm sure, is will Lucy wake up?
Lucy, wake up! I think there's a strong possibility that she may wake up. But I mean, I was just saying before, I have to be honest, I've absolutely adored playing the 60s stuff just because I've had just great actors to work with. And I've had all this stuff in the past to play, you know, it's just been really rich and great. And you know, one of my favourite scenes was with Paxton Petty, where, you know, I was sort of mildly torturing him. But you know, that stuff, the 60s stuff, is very rich in its content. I've really enjoyed playing that.
Well, that was going to be one of my questions. If Lucy doesn't wake up, at least we get to see her in 1960s. So are we going to find out more about her at that period of time?
Yeah, you will. I mean, you know, it's certainly, you know, much more also tomorrow night's episode. You're gonna really see there's quite a huge flashback episode, and you know, it's just been really enjoyable.
And can you talk about a little bit of Emerson and Lucy's relationship? Are we going to see a little bit more of that? Well, I think you mentioned.
And I think you'll see a very different relationship that you know, in the 60s is a very different relationship to the relationship that you will see in present day. And namely because she hasn't changed, and I mean, even physically, she hasn't changed, and he has. I mean, what does that mean? And you're in love with somebody that might not be the same person that they are now. I mean, it's sort of tragic in a sense. So it'll be nice to explore where that goes.
Have you been told what the deal is with Lucy not aging by the writers, or do you know?
I don't know. I'm like, this is it's a constant guessing game, and when we do try and ply them for information, and even sometimes just try and get them drunk and ply them for information, it still doesn't seem to work. I don't know why.
So as an actress, how do you approach a role like that where you don't really know everything?
Just at a very open mind. It's actually it's sort of liberating in a sense, and I sort of go, well, it's sort of like life. You don't know what's going to come at you, and you just try and, as long as the essence of who you are is there, then, you know, whatever they sort of throw at you, you just adapt and you change to that. And that's sort of how you deal with it. And you just try and bring your own little, you know, whatever is your own little self to the party, as it were.
And let's assume there is a second season and you have a magic wand and you can tell the writers to write anything about Lucy. What would you want to find out?
What I want to find out? It's a bit like going to a psychic. I don't know if I want to know. I don't know. I don't want to lock myself in and make it self-fulfilling prophecy.
Okay, that's fair. And my final question for you is since this is a little bit of a time traveling element to the show, if you could time travel at any point in history or in the future, where would you want to go and why?
Wow, that's a good one. Where would I want to go?
You don't have to stay there because there was a bit of confusion, but you can come back.
Come back? Yeah. I think I'd like to go to the future and see, and I'm hoping it would be a lot better. Maybe I'd just stay there in the future. But yeah, maybe the future actually. I don't know if I want to go back to the past. Maybe the 60s, that looked fun. Not to the Alcatraz 60s though.
Right.
The flower power bit.